Alright guys, BLM here, back with more Assassin's Creed 2. Continuing on, we just reached Venice, so we're gonna do these missions here. I fucking hate this sequence, but whatever. So yeah, since I last recorded, when I last recorded, my hard drives arrived.
Ezio.
So, and I only had about an hour till I had to go to work, so I did do some, so essentially what I was able to do before I went to work was, I started installing the Assassin's Creed games, and also before I went to work, I was like, you know what, fuck it, let's just go ahead and start downloading every digital game that I own that I want to have on the hard drive. So I started that, came home to find out that not much actually got done, and for some reason my internet's like super fucking slow right now. Even now, it's really fucking slow. So this is gonna take forever. Like, I'm literally installing 80 games right now, and it's gonna take forever. And what's funny too is that I'm installing 80 games, and I still have 3.5 terabytes left through that, and then also through well, I mean 3.3 terabytes, I think, through that and through my PS4. This is another thing I found out is that so with okay, so we gotta find the oh yeah, this one's on the boat. Yeah, I didn't, I was wondering like how exactly the installing of these things worked. Perfect. Where like I didn't know if you had to install it onto the system first and then transfer it over to the hard drive. So I was talking about how that's inconvenient. It's actually the complete opposite, which is like inconvenient in a smaller way, but still inconvenient. So essentially, what ends up happening is everything gets automatically downloaded to the external hard drive. So I was like, really it's the opposite problem of what I was thinking earlier. It's like, obviously it's a better problem to have because the external hard drive is much bigger, but yeah, it's because like before I was talking about like how, oh, on the hard drive I'm going to put everything I want to keep, while the stuff on the console is the stuff that like could go if I wanted it to. Now it's the complete opposite, where like on the console I have to put the stuff that I want to keep, and then the stuff on the hard drive is the stuff that I'm okay with letting go. So I'm in the process of that. Right now I actually moved everything to the hard drive that was on my console, with the exception of the Ezio trilogy here. So right now I literally have 330 gigabytes available on my PS4, because the only thing I have installed is this. Well, this, and then like all the apps and stuff, like Share Factory and other shit like that, so that's taking up some space, but still. And then I still have about even like, and what I did is I paused every download so that I can get an accurate read of how much space I still have, because like what ends up happening, if you don't know, on PlayStation, what ends up happening is once you start downloading something, fuck, oh my god, that's so unlucky, what the fuck. Okay, he fucking fell too, that's funny. But what happens on PlayStation is that once you start downloading something, it automatically takes out the full amount from your storage. However, you can only download 3 things at once. So essentially what I had to do is continuously pause like the new thing I was downloading, or like an old thing I was downloading, so that the new thing would download for a second, so I can get an accurate read of how much space I still have. And yeah, I still have 3 terabytes on my actual hard drive, which the hard drive itself like came in with 4.6. It's a 5 terabyte hard drive, but obviously like only 4.6 was usable, which is actually kind of funny because like through that plus the 400 that's available on my internal hard drive, that makes it so I have like a full 5 terabytes to use, which is kind of funny. Fuck, wrong way. So I ended up having like a full 5 terabytes anyway. But yeah, I'm actually surprised at how much space I still have. Mind you, a lot of the reason for that is something I didn't even realize, is that a lot of the games I own digitally are small. Like a lot of the games I installed, so essentially this is what I did, is that I installed the games I installed were the games that I could see myself replaying at any given time. Games that I plan on doing a video on, or I could see myself doing a video on within the next year. So essentially 2018 year in gaming plus like any other like anniversary videos. So that's why I end up installing. Oh yeah, and plus any like series retrospectives that I could see myself doing, like Batman Arkham and Bioshock and stuff like that. Where is he? What? Oh, there he is. Oh, that was the wrong guy? What the fuck? That was pretty unlucky. But yeah, we are recording pretty late here though. And that's for kind of a separate reason. Wait there. So yeah, I started that process, and again, I've already started the process of downloading everything I own digitally. Physically, it's going to take a lot longer. So before work, as I said, I finished the Assassin's Creed series. Since then, I've been going alphabetical order, installing the rest. I've gotten up to Detroit Become Human. So I think since then I've done Batman Arkham, Batman Telltale series, Bioshock, Darksiders 3 and Genesis, Death Stranding, and Detroit. So I mean, there's still a lot to go, because like I think there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I mean, like, I'm not going to fully count it, but I would guess 40 more games that is in this batch of games to do. And the problem, and this is the thing about games, oh no, and I also did Digimon Story, I forgot about that. But yeah, that's the thing about disc games that's kind of annoying, is that some of them do it super quickly, but then some of them take fucking forever. Like, there's some games that like install right away, like the Batman Arkham games installed right away, Bioshock games installed right away. But then you have fucking like Darksiders 3, which took like 20 minutes to fucking install, and Death Stranding took like 30 minutes. So yeah. But yeah, it's looking like I'm gonna have a good amount of space left, considering I still have 3 terabytes. Well, 3.3 terabytes total, and yes, there are still a lot of games to go through, and to be fair, those are bigger games. Like, that's the thing about a lot of the games that I'm installing digitally, is that a lot of those games are smaller games. Because I didn't even finish that thought, but yeah, a lot of the games, I was actually surprised at how many of the games I installed were like less than 10 gigs. Like, there's actually a decent amount. I was pretty surprised by that. But I think what I'm gonna do with my console, yeah, I have 330 gigs available. I want to keep open probably somewhere around 30 or so, because obviously that's where these videos, like once I finish recording, those go onto my console. So it's like, I do want to keep that open. Oh fuck, we're at this mission. Let's get out of the way.
Ben trovato, Ugo. What's the trouble?
You and Rosa managed to escape from Seta, but the others were not so lucky. Emilio's captured them, and now they await execution.
Do you know where they're being held?
I know they're still in the district, but beyond that, no. You'll have to look for them.
I'll have your brothers back here in no time.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, that's still the plan. Get all these games installed. Once that stuff's installed, which, again, downloading the games, that might take forever. I'm not entirely sure, because, like, yeah, it's literally taking forever. But yeah, the reason why I'm not recording until pretty late here, though, is because I did actually okay, Unity patch just finished installing. But, yeah, and that's the priority right now for me, is getting all the Assassin's Creed stuff installed. Because that's why I decided what I'm going to do is, like, put all the Assassin's Creed games on the console. Or not, I mean, like, I don't know about Odyssey, but, like, at least, like, Ezio Trilogy's already on there. I'll probably put AC3, probably, so AC3, 4, what would it be, 3, 4, Unity, Syndicate, Origins. I'm not sure if I know space for Ozzy. I was also thinking about maybe Last of Us, but we'll see. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. Like, it's the same thing.
Emilio says he seeks unity, but all he really wants is control.
Your crimes cannot continue. The people won't allow it. The markets belong to the people.
I hate this mission so
Emilio says
much.
he seeks unity.
Qui, let's do it.
But yeah, so, that's gonna be a process. Obviously I took a break from installing discs to play this here. That's probably what I'll do tomorrow morning as well. It's like, and then tomorrow afternoon, after I'm done playing games for the morning or whatever, like I normally do, we'll continue on with the discs and stuff, and hopefully I can get that done tomorrow. We'll see.
Laggiù, stop him, ragazzi.
Fuck off.
I see him. There. Andiamo. Let's go.
But yeah, so yeah, back to the other thing. The reason why it took so long tonight is because I spent the entire night. Well, okay, this is the thing. I went to work. I kind of forgot that I went home early today. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I went home early today from work because the store that I work at is remodeling. So okay.
Listen to them squeal.
Fine.
No wonder their master hides.
Fine. Wait, how am I that notorious? Sorry. I still don't get why they got rid of heavy attacks in this game.
Let's go.
Ah, fuck. So yeah, I was able to get home right on time for Big Brother. So I watched Big Brother, took my notes, but also during that I decided, you know what, let's just set up my other hard drive. I was gonna wait until tomorrow, but decided just, fuck it, let's do it today. So I was able to copy my 300 gigs worth of completed videos over to the hard drive and get them off my computer. So that opened up 300 gigs, which again, my computer only has a 1 terabyte hard drive, so that's a good amount of space, obviously. Whatever. Where are they?
Get there! He's bolting! Stop him!
Fuck. God damn, I fucked up. But I decided to just get that done. That took like 3 hours to transfer everything over, but got that done, so I don't have to worry about that tomorrow. So tomorrow, just focus on the, tomorrow night at least, just focus on the Jeff Probst Nightmare video, try to get that done. Over the weekend, I would like to get that Amazing Race video done, and then, we'll see. I was gonna say Monday get the Life is Strange video done, but I know that's not gonna happen. You know, since we're here, and we reached the checkpoint, we might as well. It should, yeah, we should be incognito now. But yeah, so, what was the other thing? Yeah, so I mean, the question I'm gonna have now is like, how much space am I gonna have remaining? Because I think I'm gonna end up having more space than I thought like remaining than I thought I was going to. So the question is, what do I use that with? I mean, I do want to have like at least 100 gigs probably open, just in case of like an impromptu sort of thing. And the way that I'm gonna work this out is essentially like, whenever I play, obviously like there are games that I'm 100% keeping like on there. And those are the Assassin's Creed games. They are like essentially any game that I would consider. Like I didn't even like put this together until recently, but then I kind of thought about it, and I realized this was the case. It's essentially any game that I would be willing to speedrun is a game that I would keep on my hard drive. So any game that I have speedrunned in the past, but maybe GTA 5 being an exception, because I'm not like really sold on keeping GTA 5 on my console. But with the exception of that, it's like everything that I would speedrun, I would want on my console. Plus, also, shit. Probably just like any game that's like hard to install. It's probably like a Final Fantasy VII Remake, something like that. Not hard, that's probably not the right word, but like, it takes a long time to install.
Where's your master now?
Oh, fuck off. That's some bullshit. Okay, well, maybe not. It worked out anyway. That was the plan, by the way. It was double assassinate, and it didn't do it. Oh, they're actually letting me go. Okay.
Seguimi.
Yeah, we'll see how much space I have left. Depending on how much space I have left, I might go for, maybe even go into 2019 or like go for some other game. Well, I don't know, whatever, it doesn't really matter to be honest. But, yeah, I am surprised at how much space I currently have remaining though. Mind you, like, there's some game, like, I mean, I did it, like, a lot of the games I installed were, like, again, what? What just happened there? I'm so confused.
He won't get far.
Game?
I see you. Sam.
All right, this way.
I forgot how strict this game is too with assassinations, where you need to have the hidden blade to assassinate, like pre-selected and everything. But yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is essentially like fill up the hard drive, relatively fill up the hard drive, and then once that's done, and when I start playing games that are on the hard drive,
Antonio know about our progress. Come find me later. I've got another job for you. Meet me near the docks. And
essentially how I feel
Molto
after
bene.
finishing playing it is really going to determine whether or not I keep it on the hard drive. Like, if it's a game that I play and I realize I have no intention of ever playing this again, then I'm going to delete it. But if it's a game that, like, I could see myself playing again, then yeah, we'll keep it. And to me, like, and I think the thing that I'm having kind of a struggle with is, like,
Climbing a bit of scaffolding
are
is all
games
well
that,
and
like,
good.
I personally enjoy.
Let's see how
Like,
you do out in the open.
like, games I like, I think
Tower
a big
then?
example of that's Kingdom Hearts 3, or Kingdom Hearts in general. Like, as of right now, I don't plan on installing the Kingdom Hearts games. Which is kind of weird, because, like, in many ways also, like, I'm kind of looking at this as me building a catalog of, like, my favorite games to have on my PS4 at all times. But, like, it's weird to have a game like Kingdom Hearts 3, which is a game I really enjoy, but not installing it, because, to be honest, it's a game I'm probably never going to play again, or, like, not play for a while, at least. I really don't know when I would play Kingdom Hearts 3 again. And, like, same thing with, like, Shenmue, the Shenmue series as a whole. It's like, when the fuck am I ever playing Shenmue ever again? Like, especially in the foreseeable future, I really just don't see it. So because of that, I'm not installing them. While there's, like, other games that I probably enjoy a lot less, that are probably games that I'm going to be keeping on the console forever. It's like, or for a while. Like, I mean, like, Batman Telltale, like, Telltale series, which I like. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but it's like, again, in comparison to those games, and like I enjoy those games more. But it's like, I feel like Batman Telltale series is something I'm more apt to replay. Especially, like, I could see myself doing a full Batman Telltale series retrospective at some point, which, like, I just can't see myself doing. Like, any sort of video related to Kingdom Hearts, or, I mean, I shouldn't say that, but really though, I mean, like, yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, like, when the fuck am I doing a Kingdom Hearts video? A game that I need to play Kingdom Hearts 3 to play, to do, I mean.
So?
Looks like you've learned all I have to teach you. I'll let Antonio know of your progress. Finish your other tasks. Almost there.
So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at there. It's like, it feels weird to not install some of these games that I really enjoy, but it's like, I'm never gonna play those games, which is, like, my biggest issue. So, like, from a pure catalog standpoint, I feel weird not installing them, but, like, also from a pure, like, storage standpoint, it's like, I'm never playing them, so it's a waste to even install them.
I've distilled an elixir of lead and pomegranate. I feel for the deal.
Yeah, I mean, essentially what, I think my mindset, at least right now, before I get into the,
Down, or I eccolo! Stop here!
ah, shit. Yeah, at least in this initial batch, essentially I'm installing just every game that I could see myself playing up that
Rescuing my brothers was
I
more
think
than
I
just
will
an act of
play
charity, Ezio.
up
The
to
men you
the
freed
end of
will play a vital
2021.
role in the weeks to come.
Obviously, there's
Just
going to be
ask for their
impromptu
help
things
and
I
they'll
play in
join.
between. Obviously, there's going to be,
little band of thieves,
yeah, just things that I
Send
don't
them
expect.
towards
But
a
it's
group
like,
of
as of right
guards.
now, if I were to
And create a
predict what
distraction.
games I'm going to
opening
play
the way for
from
me.
now until 2021, that's why
Saves
I'm
me from having
installing.
to bloody my sword. Like it.
Exactly. Now I'll tell you what to do with them. Antonio's plan calls for a bit of deception. We'll imitate his archers, which means we'll need the armor that they wear. A shipment of the stuff has just been loaded into chests and now awaits delivery to Seta. Loot the chests and retrieve the outfits. When that's finished, I'll need you to fetch me a boat as well and bring it back here. We'll use it to move our men into the palazzo undetected.
Consider it done.
Okay. Game. Thank you. So yeah, that's the current plan. Yeah, as I said, like, as I play games, the plan is to uninstall things from... It's essentially, like, I'm still going to do the same thing that I normally do. It's just having a much larger amount of space to do it with. It's like, there's games I installed that, like, I know for sure I'm only going to play once and never play them again. Like, I'm never going to play Extinction after my first time playing it. I'm never going to play something like Fee probably after my first time playing it, but like, they're both those games are games that were released in 2018. So it's like, both of them are games that I could see myself playing for the 2018 year in gaming video. So it's like, that's why I'm installing those games, is like, even though I know they're going to be deleted once I play them, I'm minding they're both really small games, but you get the point. Oh, by the way, this is something else that's kind of weird that I noticed, is my copy of fucking Trials Fusion disappeared. I don't know if I should, maybe I should look it up on PSN. Maybe that's what I should do. But yeah, like, I bought Trials Fusion. Like, I remember it was back around the time that AC Odyssey came out. Trials Fusion went on sale for like, I don't know, like $7-8. And I bought it. And I played it on the channel. However, I was gonna install it today, and I realized it's gone. I don't know where the fuck it went. Like, it's not in my library, and I even fucking restored my licenses, and it's still not there. So I don't know what the fuck happened there. I don't know why it's gone. So I'm not that fussed about it, because to be honest, I probably wasn't ever playing it again. But it is something that, like, I noticed wasn't there. What a masterpiece.
Widen your eyes and flare out your nostrils. Even I was scared.
Yeah, I mean, that's that. I'm trying to think, is there anything? Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Something else I noticed, while installing all these games is I'm gonna need to organize these. I didn't think about this until like now, but having like over 100 games installed probably isn't the most like clean way to keep track of stuff with this current dashboard that, like, with essentially with the UI that PS4 utilizes. It's really not super friendly to having a billion games. Like, to the point where, like, even to find my capture gallery, like, I had to fucking, like, try to remember how to fucking find my capture gallery today. Because, like, it was buried, like, underneath all the fucking games I just installed. Ah, fuck. No, game. So, I had to actually, like, go into all apps and stuff in the library and then actually find it and then push start. It's like, yeah, I realize it's not going to be super convenient, so I'm thinking I'm going to have to put these in folders to make it a bit easier to find things. And also, I started to put my games in alphabetical order. I used to do it by purchase date or like last played or whatever. Now on my library, I put everything in alphabetical order.
Molto bene, Ezio. This is exactly what we need. I'll let Antonio know you finished the job.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to put things in folders. I think what I'm gonna do is probably put actually, I don't know. Probably need to think this out more, but well, I mean, I think the initial thought was like put everything that I plan on keeping on the console at all times in a folder, but then I kind of thought about it more and I thought, like, why don't I do the opposite? Like, why don't I keep like all the games I'm keeping outside of a folder but put the like games that like essentially like obviously there's a group of games I'm playing that I'm installing just for the 2018 gaming video. So like why don't I make a folder for that? And that way, as I start playing those games, I can delete those games from that. Like, essentially, it's like kind of like as if like that's the checklist. And then once I play it, I decide if I keep it or not. If I keep it, I take it out of the folder. If I don't, I delete it. I think maybe that's the approach I'm going to take instead. But even then, is that even clean enough? I don't know. We'll see. Well, but yeah, that's it for this episode. We'll do more. But for now, thank you for watching.